is NBC 10 News Today.
The vote that has America talking, another controversial new law involving abortion, details on Alabama's decision to ban it, and the punishment for doctors refusing to comply.
And a community grieving after a teenage boy is honoring his good works, how Balkanville is broadening his effort to help those in need.
Plus, upgrades coming for Monroe Civic Center, but how will it affect traffic, and is the city doing anything to ease the flow? Those answers coming up. Good morning. It is now 6 a.m. I'm Randy Ayala.
I'm Chris Immersion.
How we doing? You check out the national days?
I saw you over there doing it, so I figured I didn't have to.
Of course.
Let's see.
I got us. There's some weird ones.
All right, what is it?
Oh, you got it?
Oh, of course.
Oh.
I'm always strapped here. We got National Hug a Tree Day.
Nice.
And the other, there's not many good ones.
So basically, Reed just remembers the ones that he likes. So just get ready for two.
Okay, here, I gotta look it up myself.
Yeah, National Hug a Tree. It's National Do Something Good for Your Neighbor Day, which I think we can appreciate.
Well, Spencer's my neighbor, so I'm not doing that. That's not.
Today's the day.
Oh, come on.
I got some great neighbors.
No.
Shout out to Buzz and Mary Frances. Do something good for them today.
I don't even know my neighbor's name.
Come on, you got to meet him.
That is not very Louisiana of me.
No. Always.
I gotta do
something
better.
good. That is like the most.
You have other neighbors besides Spencer you could do something
I never talk to them. No.
Everyone, do something nice for your neighbors today.
No, Spencer, you're on your own.
I love that.
If not.
And if you do, let us know. Tag us on Facebook or something.
Yeah, hug a tree. If not,
and hug a tree. You can tag us while you do that too. I want to see the pictures.
Of hugging a tree?
Yes.
We'll go out.
You can hug Reed. He's a tree.
I'm not a tree.
Reed is not
He's tall enough to be a tree.
There we go.
Okay.
Like a baby tree. Depends what kind of tree.
A baby tree. I love that.
We got nice weather in this forecast today. Another sunny, warm day. If you've enjoyed this week, you'll enjoy today and tomorrow. High temperatures getting back up near 90 with mostly sunny skies and no rain chances. This weekend, rain chances come back. Looking outside, though, it is a beautiful start. Sun's coming up in about 10 minutes. I got all your forecast details coming up here in a few minutes. That's your forecast first.
Thank you, Reed. A series of states quickly moved to ban abortion weeks after conception. Tuesday, Alabama joined that list, passing the most restrictive abortion bill in the country.
And setting the stage for a potential Supreme Court showdown, Camilla Burnell is in Washington to explain.
A crowd convenes in Alabama's capital, waving signs and protesting the most restrictive abortion bill in the country.
What do we do?
The passion echoed in the Senate chambers.
You just aborted the state of Alabama. You just raped Alabama with this bill.
Alabama's bill bans abortion at every stage of pregnancy. Those seeking an abortion would not be punished, but doctors performing the procedure would face 99 years in prison. Women would only be able to get an abortion if their life is at risk. There is no exception for rape or incest.
In my district, the women do not want it in law, the elimination of rape and incest.
Alabama joins 4 other states this year that passed bills limiting abortion, and 11 other states that introduced similar legislation this year.
We must do everything that we can to protect life.
Alabama's lawmakers say their bill is specifically designed to go to the Supreme Court and challenge the law of the land, Roe v. Wade.
The makeup on the Supreme Court has changed where there's possibly enough conservatives on there who would believe Roe v. Wade is incorrectly decided.
Governor Kay Ivey says it's now time for the U.S. Supreme Court to review the Roe v. Wade decision, which gave women the constitutional right to end a pregnancy.
To a crime alert, a Lincoln Parish Sheriff's deputy is in custody for sex crimes involving juveniles. 35-year-old Christopher Sparks is charged with sexual battery and molestation. Louisiana State Police arrested him after the Lincoln Parish Sheriff's Office contacted them over a complaint. Investigators have not released details about the allegations. Sparks resigned from his department prior to his arrest. He was booked into the Lincoln Parish Jail on a $500,000 bond.
Family and friends are channeling their grief after 13-year-old Sebastian Martinez drowned in a stormwater-filled drainage canal last month.
When he died, a bunch of the homeless people started coming out where he had been feeding them and giving to them that where nobody knew.
Dawn is feeding the streets of Balkanville from her kitchen. She and his mother have joined forces with another nonprofit, Lazarus Mission. The pantry, once full, is now emptying out as the need grows.
It gives me total satisfaction knowing that I can just be a small part of what's going on in this wonderful community.
I guess that's why I'm so determined to be at every one of them. To show people you don't have to turn to drugs. You don't have to turn to bad things because something happens in your life.
Sebastian's mother and aunt see their cause as a way to fight gang violence and drugs. If you'd like to donate food, you can do so through a link to this story on MyArcLaMiss.com.
Parking lot renovations are paving the way for improvements at the Monroe Civic Center and the Salt Adler Recreational Center. About 9 acres of Civic Center parking will be ripped up to the base and rebuilt, costing about $900,000 and could be finished by August, of course, weather permitting. The Salt Adler project will cost more than $100,000, including interior work. Monroe's engineering department will have signs posted and barricades up to help ease traffic problems.
More construction happening over in El Dorado as well. Northwest Avenue is the hub for all things restaurants and businesses, but one lot under construction really has the town buzzing. The SBG Construction Company has been making progress on a vacant lot next to McDonald's. It used to house the old Villas and Little Brothers restaurants. Many residents in the town have been wondering what will occupy the new spot. The Chamber of Commerce is interested in anyone who has suggestions about what restaurants they'd like to see.
They sacrifice so much to keep our country free, and yet there are hundreds of homeless veterans living on the streets of the ArcLaMiss. Our second annual Homeless Veterans Food Drive is now underway.
Last year, we collected 10.5 tons of food. NBC 10 is partnering with the United Way, the Wellspring, and Max Fresh Markets once again this year. You can drop off any non-perishable food items at any Max Fresh Market, Jackson Street Church of Christ, the First United Methodist Church in Monroe, and right here at the NBC 10 studios in West Monroe. Together, we can get our homeless veterans the support they need. All day today, we will be looking at the wonderful and unusual things that are uniquely Louisiana. In this hour, we're getting a look at a National Historic Landmark right in our own backyard.
It's a site that dates back to the Stonehenge and features nearly 2 million cubic yards of soil that was shaped into stunning landscapes. NBC 10's Michelle Martin takes us to Poverty Point.
There's nothing like this anywhere in the world.
If you head east on I-20 in Louisiana and you drive far enough, you'll find yourself in Epes. That's where you'll find Poverty Point, a World Heritage Site that's 3,400 years in the making.
The Native Americans associated with this Poverty Point culture chose to build this massive mound complex here in northeast Louisiana. So it's the only place you can find it in the whole world.
Park Ranger Mark Brink says the beauty and history of Poverty Point lures people from all corners.
People from across the world, right? Lots of people from Europe, Asia, all these other places that wouldn't normally visit this place are coming.
Like Hans Van Beek and his wife, 2 Baton Rouge residents originally from the Netherlands.
I think the age of the site and the magnitude of the site are not just unique for Louisiana, but unique for the whole United States, for that matter.
Hans and his wife have their eyes set on the birds, but they say one of their favorite things about the state is its slow southern pace.
I think the pace of living and the culture of Louisiana in terms of easygoing and not the pace that you find in the northern part of the United States.
And a calm, serene atmosphere is exactly what you'll find at Poverty Point.
We know very little about these people, but they did something that was really incredible. So, yeah, I think that's something good.
Poverty Point is a National Historic Landmark, one of the highest honors for an archaeological site. In 2014, Poverty Point achieved the highest honor of all when the United Nations named it a World Heritage Site. There are only 3 other archaeological sites in the U.S. with that distinction.
We want you to tell us what you think is uniquely Louisiana. Right now, go to our Facebook page and tell us what you love about Louisiana or what makes this state stand out. All day today, we'll be going through your comments, and what you could share even will appear on the news.
And coming up in our next half hour, we'll talk to a local chef, Corey Barr, about the flavors and foods he uses in his cooking that are uniquely Louisiana.
Tabasco?
No, not Tabasco.
I'm just saying, I mean...
Not Tabasco.
Cajun seasoning?
Well, you have to wait until the interview airs.
I don't want to wait. I'm tired of waiting.
Nope, you got to wait. All right, coming up, we'll introduce you to a 9-year-old boy making a big difference in the wrestling community.
His name is Bo Palmer, and we're sharing his mission to help youngsters after the deadly tornado coming up. But first, here's Reed with that Commute Cast.
Commute's looking good for today. We got lots of sunshine in this forecast. It's about to come up in a minute or two. Temperature sitting in the 60s this afternoon, warming up in the upper 80s. Some spots could be seeing that first 90-degree temperature of the year today. Today, tomorrow look good. This weekend, not quite. The storms are back in the forecast. Got those details coming up for you here soon on NBC 10 News Today.
Eye on Ouachita.